This is from a book I was bought by my colleague for Christmas. He bought it with the intention that I'd do a seminar on it. I'm not doing a seminar on the whole thing, just one of the laws I've picked out, and it's Law 27. And Law 27 is play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. So the whole book is about power and how you get power. It could also be described as how to be an utter bastard. Basically, if you want that rise on that greasy pole to power, this is the book for you. This is a modern day Machiavelli. So let's jump into Law 27. And Law 27 says, play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. So people have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. So become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Keep your words vague, but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. Give your new disciples rituals to perform. Ask them to make sacrifices on your behalf. In the absence of organized religion and grand courses, your belief system will bring you untold power. So this is your route to the top. So let's go into those 5 easy steps. Now, the first thing is let's keep it vague and simple. So I'll now read from the book. To create a cult, you must first attract attention. This you should do not through actions which are too clear and readable, but through words, which are hazy and deceptive. Your initial speeches, conversations, and interviews must include 2 elements. On the one hand, the promise of something great and transformative, and on the other hand, total vagueness. This combination will stimulate all kinds of hazy dreams in your listeners, who will make their own connections and see what they want to see. To make your vagueness attractive, use words of great resonance and cloudy meaning, words full of heat and enthusiasm. Fancy titles for simple things are helpful, as are the use of numbers and the creation of new words for vague concepts. All of these create the impression of specialized knowledge, giving you the veneer of profundity. By the same token, try to make the subject of your cult new and fresh, so that few will understand it. Done right, the combination of vague promises, cloudy but alluring concepts, and fiery enthusiasm will stir people's soul, and a group will form around you. Talk too vaguely, and you will have no credibility. But it is more dangerous to be specific. If you explain in detail the benefits people will gain by following your cult, you will be expected to satisfy them. As a corollary, it's to vagueness, your appeal should be also simple. Most people's problems have complex causes, deep-rooted neuroses, interconnected social factors, roots that go way back in time and are exceedingly hard to unravel. Few people will have the patience to deal with this. Most people want to hear that a simple solution will cure their problems. The ability to offer this kind of solution will give you great power and build you a following. Instead of the complicated explanations of real life, return to the primitive solutions of our ancestors, to good old country remedies, to mysterious panaceas. So that was step 1. In step 2, we emphasize the visual and sensual over the intellectual. Once people have begun to gather around you, 2 dangers will present themselves: boredom and skepticism. Boredom will make people go elsewhere. Skepticism will allow the distance to think rationally about whatever it is you are offering, blowing away the myths that you have artfully created and revealing your ideas for what they are. You need to assume the bored then and ward off the cynics. The best way to do this is through theatre. What other devices of its kind? Surround yourself with luxury, dazzle your followers with visual splendor, fill their eyes with spectacle. Not only will this keep them from seeing the ridiculousness of your ideas, the holes in your belief system, it will also attract more attention and more followers. Appeal to all the senses. Use incense for scent, soothing music for hearing, colourful charts and graphs for the eye. You might even tickle the mind, perhaps by using new technological gadgets to give your cult a pseudo-scientific veneer, as long as you do not make anyone really think. Use the exotic, distant culture's strange customs to create theatrical events and to make the most banal and ordinary affairs seem a sign of something extraordinary. Now to step 3. Borrow the forms of organized religion to structure the group. Your cult-like following, it's growing. It's time to organize it. Find a way both of elevating and comforting. Organized religions have long held unquestioning authority for large numbers of people and continue to do so in our supposedly secular age. And even if the religion itself has faded, some of its forms still resonate with power. The lofty and holy associations of organized religions can be endlessly exploited. Create rituals for your followers, organize them into a hierarchy, ranking them in grades of sanctity and giving them names and titles that resound with religious overtones. Ask them for sacrifices that will fill your coffers and increase your power. To emphasize your gathering's quasi-religious nature, talk and act like a prophet. You are not a dictator, after all. You are a priest, a guru, a sage, a shaman, or another word that hides your real power in the midst of religion. Step 4. Disguise your source of income. Your group has grown and you have structured it in a church-like form. Your coffers are beginning to fill with your followers' money. Yet you must never see as hungry for money and the power that it brings. It is at this moment that you must disguise the source of your income. Your followers want to believe that if they follow you, all sorts of good things will fall into their lap. By surrounding yourself with luxury, you become living proof for the soundness of your belief system. Never reveal that your wealth actually comes from your followers' pockets. Instead, make it seem to come from the truth of your methods. Followers will copy your each and every move in the belief that it will bring them the same results, and their intimate enthusiasm will blind them to the charlatan nature of your wealth. Step 5. Set up an us versus them dynamic. The group is now large and thriving, a magnet attracting more and more particles. If you are not careful, though, inertia will set in and time and boredom will demagnetize the group. To keep your followers united, you must now do what all religious and belief systems have done: create an us versus them dynamic. First, make sure your followers believe that they are part of an exclusive club, united by a bond of common goals. Then, to strengthen this bond, manufacture the notion of a devious enemy out to ruin you. There is a force of non-believers that you will do anything to stop you. And any outsider who tries to reveal the charlatan nature of your belief system can now be described as a member of this devious force. If you have no enemies, invent one. Create a straw man to react against. Your followers will tighten and cohere. They have your cause to believe in and infidels to destroy. So to summarize, Law 27 focuses on leveraging people's desire for a cause or belief to attract followers and build influence. It involves tapping into emotion, inspiring devotion, and creating a sense of belonging to establish a loyal and devoted following. People normally have a great desire to believe in something. A person, therefore, needs to be the center of such desire. He needs to evoke some form of following from such people that may make them look to the person. A person also needs to keep his words vague, but maintain a lot of promise therein. The disciples need to have the willingness to make a lot of sacrifices for the individual. So can you spot the cults? There's plenty around. There's many of iconic images. There's